Who is Bigfoot? Bigfoot is a large and hairy human-like mythical creature alleged by some to inhabit forests in North America, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. Bigfoot is often described as a large, muscular, and bipedal human or ape-like creature covered in black, dark brown, or dark reddish hair. Anecdotal descriptions estimate a height of roughly 6 to 9 feet, 1.8 to 2.7 m, with some descriptions having the creatures standing as tall as 10 to 15 feet, 3.0 to 4.6 m. Some observations describe Bigfoot as more human than ape, particularly in regard to the face. Common descriptions include broad shoulders, no visible neck, and long arms. The creature's eyes have been reported to glow yellow or red at night, although this phenomenon is not present in humans or known great apes. Michael Rugg, the owner of the Bigfoot Discovery Museum, has claimed to have smelled Bigfoot, describing it as a strong odor similar to a skunk that had rolled around in dead animals and garbage pits. The enormous footprints attributed to Bigfoot are claimed to be as large as 24 inches long and 8 inches wide. The folklore surrounding Bigfoot traces back through various cultures and historical accounts. Indigenous cultures across North America have tales of mysterious hair-covered creatures living in forests long before contemporary reports of Bigfoot emerged. European folklore also had instances of wild men or hairy creatures that migrated to North America with settlers. In the early 20th century, stories about encounters with wild people were published by individuals like J.W. Burns among indigenous communities in British Columbia. Burns coined the term Sasquatch, believed to be derived from the Ho'ochemilam language meaning hairy man. Various Native American tribes have their own legends about similar creatures like Tsul'kalu' among the Cherokee and Tsamaquis among the Lummi. Folklore and early records. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, has a rich history deeply rooted in folklore and early records. Various cultures worldwide have accounts of human-like giants in their folk history, reflecting a universal fascination with larger-than-life creatures. The European wild man figure, prevalent in European folklore, transitioned into myths of wild people upon migration to North America. These tales persisted with reported sightings of wild people in regions that now constitute New York State and Pennsylvania. Indigenous cultures across North America have long shared stories of mysterious hair-covered creatures inhabiting forests. These legends predate contemporary reports of Bigfoot and vary regionally and within communities. Particularly prominent in the Pacific Northwest, these stories often describe hairy hominoids living in the wilderness. Petroglyphs found on the Tule River Indian Reservation depict figures resembling Bigfoot, reinforcing the presence of such legends in native cultures. In the 16th century, Spanish explorers and Mexican settlers recounted tales of dark watchers, large creatures lurking around their camps at night. Similarly, Jesuit priests living among indigenous tribes reported encounters with hairy forest creatures known for loud screams and livestock theft. Early accounts like those published by J.W. Burns in 1929 shed light on encounters with wild people, contributing to the evolving narrative surrounding Bigfoot. The Cherokee folklore includes references to Tsul'kalu', described as slant-eyed giants residing in the Appalachian Mountains, sometimes associated with Bigfoot. Additionally, Lummi tales speak of Tsamaquis creatures with varying details across family accounts but sharing general descriptions akin to Bigfoot. Real encounters with Bigfoot. There have been several reported encounters with Bigfoot over the years, some of which have gained significant attention and scrutiny. Here are a few notable real encounters with Bigfoot. The Patterson-Gimlin film. One of the most famous encounters is the 1967 film shot by Roger Patterson and Bob Gimlin in Northern California. This footage captured a large, hairy creature walking across rocky terrain and glancing back at the camera. The authenticity of this film remains a topic of debate in the Bigfoot community. Strange sounds in Kentucky. In Kentucky, a man fired his weapon inside Mammoth Cave National Park after claiming to have heard strange noises and encountering a Bigfoot. This incident led to a federal investigation and added to the lore surrounding Bigfoot sightings. The first footprints photographed. In 1951, a British explorer in the Himalayan mountains photographed a 13-inch footprint that was deemed non-human. Following these footprints, the explorer took more photographs that were later sold at auction, adding to the intrigue of Bigfoot sightings. These encounters, along with many others, contribute to the ongoing fascination and mystery surrounding the existence of Bigfoot. One terrifying encounter with Bigfoot involved a group of campers in the Pacific Northwest who reported hearing eerie howls and seeing large, shadowy figures lurking around their campsite late at night. Despite shining flashlights in the direction of the noises, they couldn't catch a clear glimpse of what was out there, heightening their fear and sense of vulnerability in the wilderness. Another chilling account comes from a family in the Appalachian Mountains who claimed to have woken up to find massive footprints outside their cabin, along with strange, guttural sounds echoing through the trees. The family described feeling an overwhelming sense of dread as if they were being watched by an unseen presence. In a particularly harrowing story from the Midwest, a hunter recounted coming face to face with a towering creature covered in dark fur while tracking game deep in the woods. The hunter froze in terror as the creature let out a primal roar before disappearing into the dense undergrowth, leaving him shaken and questioning his understanding of the natural world. These encounters are just a few examples of the spine-tingling experiences people have had with Bigfoot, leaving them with lasting impressions of fear and awe at encountering such a mysterious and elusive creature. Real scary encounters with Bigfoot. Encounters with Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, have been reported by individuals claiming to have had terrifying experiences in the presence of this elusive creature. While the existence of Bigfoot remains a subject of debate and skepticism, there are numerous accounts of encounters that have left witnesses shaken and fearful. These encounters often involve sightings of a large, ape-like creature in remote wilderness areas, accompanied by eerie sounds and an overwhelming sense of dread. 1. Terrifying encounters in the woods. Many reports describe encounters with Bigfoot as deeply unsettling experiences. Witnesses often recount feelings of intense fear and unease when coming face to face with this mysterious creature. Some claim to have heard chilling vocalizations or witnessed inexplicable behavior from Bigfoot, adding to the terror of the encounter. 2. Close encounters with aggressive behavior. In some cases, witnesses have reported aggressive behavior from Bigfoot during their encounters. These accounts include instances where the creature has displayed territorial aggression or made threatening gestures towards those who crossed its path. Such encounters can leave individuals traumatized and fearful of returning to the area where they encountered Bigfoot. 3. Nightmarish encounters in isolated locations. Encounters with Bigfoot often occur in remote and isolated locations, adding to the sense of isolation and vulnerability experienced by witnesses. The darkness and silence of these wilderness areas can amplify the fear felt during these encounters, leading to lasting psychological effects on those who claim to have come face to face with Bigfoot. For psychological impact on witnesses. The psychological impact of encountering Bigfoot can be profound, with many witnesses reporting symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, following their experiences. The fear and anxiety triggered by these encounters can linger long after the initial sighting, affecting the mental well-being of those who believe they have encountered this legendary creature. 5. Seeking answers and closure. For many witnesses of Bigfoot encounters, seeking answers and closure becomes a priority after experiencing such a terrifying event. Some turn to researchers and investigators in the field of cryptozoology to validate their experiences, while others seek support from fellow witnesses or support groups to cope with the aftermath of their encounter. In conclusion, encounters with Bigfoot can be truly terrifying experiences for those who claim to have come into contact with this elusive creature. The psychological impact of such encounters can be long-lasting, leaving witnesses haunted by fear and uncertainty about what they witnessed in the wilderness. Bigfoot with UFOs and aliens. There have been reports and theories suggesting a connection between sightings of Bigfoot, UFOs, and aliens. Some researchers and individuals have claimed to have witnessed Bigfoot sightings in conjunction with UFO sightings or alien encounters. These accounts have led to speculation about potential interdimensional travel or portals that could link these phenomena. Interdimensional travel theories. There is a theory gaining traction among some researchers that Bigfoot, UFOs, and aliens might be interconnected through interdimensional travel. Reports of Bigfoot sightings coinciding with UFO sightings or encounters with aliens have fueled discussions about the possibility of these entities being linked through interdimensional portals. Researcher perspectives. Paranormal researcher William Hall has noted similarities in the signs and experiences reported in encounters with ghosts, aliens, and Bigfoot. This has led some to consider these fields holistically rather than as separate phenomena. Renowned Bigfoot hunter Bill Brock raised the idea of multi-dimensional portals at a conference, referencing NASA's findings on magnetic portals and suggesting a potential connection between mysterious orbs and Sasquatch. Witness accounts. Witnesses like Bill Penning and Ronnie LeBlanc have shared experiences involving strange occurrences such as large beings vanishing quickly or sightings of orange orbs in areas associated with Bigfoot activity. David McCullough also reported witnessing orbs of bright lights in the woods, sparking further speculation about their possible role as portals related to Bigfoot sightings. In conclusion, while there are anecdotal accounts and theories linking Bigfoot sightings with UFOs and aliens through interdimensional travel or portals, these claims remain speculative and are not universally accepted within the scientific community. Intelligent or primitive nature of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is often depicted in folklore and alleged sightings as a mysterious and elusive creature that inhabits remote forests. The debate over whether Bigfoot is an intelligent or primitive creature is a topic of much speculation and controversy among believers and skeptics. Primitive nature. Those who argue for the primitive nature of Bigfoot often point to its supposed resemblance to an ape-like creature. The descriptions provided by eyewitnesses who claim to have encountered Bigfoot often emphasize its large size, hairy body, and bipedal gait, characteristics that are commonly associated with primates. This physical description leads some to believe that Bigfoot may be more akin to a primitive, animalistic being rather than a highly intelligent creature. Additionally, the lack of concrete evidence supporting the existence of Bigfoot contributes to the perception of it being a more primitive entity. Skeptics often highlight the absence of verifiable scientific data, such as DNA samples or clear photographs, as evidence that Bigfoot may not possess advanced cognitive abilities characteristic of intelligent beings. Intelligent nature. On the other hand, proponents of the idea that Bigfoot is an intelligent creature argue that its ability to evade detection and remain hidden from human observation suggests a level of cunning and intelligence. Reports of Bigfoot exhibiting behaviors such as avoiding traps set by researchers or displaying signs of awareness in response to human presence fuel speculation about its intelligence. Some believers in the existence of Bigfoot propose that it may possess a level of intelligence that allows it to navigate its environment effectively, communicate with others of its kind, and potentially exhibit social behaviors indicative of higher cognitive functions. The question of whether Bigfoot is an intelligent or primitive creature remains unresolved due to the lack of definitive evidence either way. The debate continues between those who view Bigfoot as a relic hominid with limited cognitive abilities and those who attribute its elusiveness to a higher level of intelligence. Is any physical proofs of the Bigfoot is real? There is no concrete physical proof that Bigfoot is real. Despite various sightings, footprints, and hair samples attributed to Bigfoot, none of these have been scientifically verified to definitively prove the existence of the creature. The FBI analysis of hair samples provided by a Bigfoot researcher in the 1970s concluded that the hairs were of deer family origin, not from a mysterious ape-like creature. This analysis did not confirm the existence of Bigfoot. FBI analysis of suspected Bigfoot hair. In 1976, Director Peter Byrne of the Bigfoot Information Center and Exhibition sent hair samples believed to be from Bigfoot to the FBI for analysis. The FBI's assistant director at the time, Jay Cochran, Jr., examined the samples and determined that they were actually from the deer family. This official analysis debunked the notion that the hairs belonged to a mythical creature like Bigfoot. Historical context and skepticism. Over the years, various pieces of evidence such as eyewitness accounts, footprints, and even video footage have been presented as potential proof of Bigfoot's existence. However, skepticism surrounds these claims due to lack of conclusive scientific evidence. The famous Patterson-Gimlin film from 1967, often cited as visual proof of Bigfoot, has faced criticism and skepticism regarding its authenticity. While there are numerous legends and stories about large ape-like creatures like Bigfoot around the world, scientific consensus remains skeptical about their existence due to insufficient empirical evidence. Until verifiable physical evidence is presented and thoroughly examined through rigorous scientific methods, the existence of Bigfoot remains a subject of folklore rather than established fact. In conclusion, history of Bigfoot. The history of Bigfoot traces back to various cultural legends and folklore, including European wild man figures, indigenous tales, and early records of sightings in North America. These stories have evolved over time and contributed to the creation of the modern-day myth surrounding Bigfoot. Description of Bigfoot. Bigfoot is commonly described as a large, hairy, bipedal creature resembling a human or ape. Anecdotal accounts mention its height ranging from 6 to 15 feet, with features such as broad shoulders, long arms, and glowing eyes. However, scientific consensus views Bigfoot as a combination of folklore, misidentification, and hoaxes rather than a real living animal. Genetic testing claims Recent claims based on genetic testing suggest that Bigfoot is a human relative that emerged around 15,000 years ago. The study by Melba S. Ketchum proposes the existence of a novel hominin hybrid species known as Sasquatch or Bigfoot. However, skepticism exists within the scientific community regarding the validity of these findings due to the lack of peer-reviewed publication and transparency in sharing evidence. Overall, while Bigfoot remains a prominent figure in popular culture and folklore, scientific evidence does not support its existence as a real biological entity.